Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Andrea Speaks TV. I am your host, Andrea, and I'm bringing you commentary you can use. So today is Monday, November 1st. Happy November to you all. I hope that you are doing well, you and your family. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. So this is Andrea Speaks TV. If this is your first time tuning in, I have many new subscribers. I want to say welcome to you all. If this is your first time tuning in, maybe there was a certain video that led you to the channel and you're wondering, okay, Andrea, what is it that you talk about on your channel? Why should I keep tuning in to you? Well, I shared with you all in my very first video right here on Andrea Speaks TV that the reason that I created the channel is because I wanted to be a source of news and information. You all know we live in a time where so much is going on and so much information is being pushed out to us that a lot of times it is kind of, it can be challenging. It can be difficult to say, okay, like what's really going on? How can I take the information that's being shared and use it to not only help yourself, but also to make a plan to protect yourself as well as your family. So that's what Andrea Speaks TV is all about. I report factual information. All of the news that I share, you can go online, you can search it for yourself. And so I just want to welcome you all again. Some of you all are watching live now. I want to say thank you for taking time out of your evening to come and support the channel. Please say hello in the chat. Let me know that you are here. And I want to know your thoughts at the end of the video. Or if you hear some news, or you say, wait a minute, Andrew, I have a question about that. Just put your question or comment in the chat, and I'll respond. Okay. So again, I want to welcome everyone to Andrea Speaks TV. This is episode 52. That's right, y'all. 52 episodes. I have over 60 videos, as a matter of fact, right here on the channel. So I do encourage you to go back and watch the videos that I have uploaded, full of information that you can use, share with your family members and friends, and also subscribe to the channel. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video, share with your family members and friends. So today's topic on episode 52, I want to bring some information, let me see how I can describe it. So many words that can describe just how I feel just, hearing this news. But I would say maybe some disturbing, alarming news that New York City is bracing for a shortage of police officers, firefighters, and other city workers. So I want to bring you all some news for those of you all who may not know exactly what is going on. I want to bring you some information on that. And also I want to hear your thoughts. So make sure you stick around, watch the full video. Maybe you have to go back and if you're watching the replay, maybe you have to go back and watch it again. But I do want to know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts and opinion about the information that I am presenting. All right. Before we get into it, y'all, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, share this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you would like to support the channel, if you would like to support Andrea Speaks TV, you can purchase Andrea Speaks TV merchandise. So I have collaborated with a clothing brand, Superlative Collection. And so we have different items available. If you would like to purchase, for example, t-shirts. I also have hoodies, coffee mugs, a couple other things that are on the site. So please make sure you check it out. Make your purchase and support the channel, Andrea Speaks TV. Help the channel grow. And I appreciate your support. There are also other helpful links in the description of the video. You can also click the link in the description to place your order for Andrea Speaks TV merchandise. Also, if you're on Instagram, I do want to build my Instagram following. I have shared with you all before. I'm from a generation that grew up, there was no social media. So I am wanting to build up my Instagram following. And so if you are on Instagram, do your girl a favor And follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. Again, you can follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV, and I'll follow you back. Also, I have another link in the description. You all know I've been covering food shortages, water shortages right here on the channel. And so if you need emergency food supply, which I feel like we all should have some form of emergency food supply, whether you are growing your own food, maybe you have a home garden, maybe you are canning food, something that I'm going to be doing more of. And another way is to have emergency food supply. So if you need to get emergency food supply and survival needs, which I do suggest you do, make sure you click the link in the description. Just go to preparewithandrea.com. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Again, the topic for we want to talk about how in New York City, officials are bracing for a shortage of police officers, firefighters, and other city workers. And I would also like to say, if you are a subscriber or if you're watching the video and you actually live in New York City, maybe you have family in New York City, I want to hear from you. I want to know a firsthand account of what's going on. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? I would like to know your thoughts. So please make sure you leave a comment in the chat as well to let me know exactly, what's going on. If you have any insight as to what may be going on, please share. Okay. All right, y'all. So I am going to share my screen. All right. Give me just a minute, y'all. All right. So while I am preparing to share my screen, you all make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right. Give me just a moment. Let me get everything up. All right, let's see. All right, it's loading slowly. And again, I hope you all are having a great start to your week. All right, it's loading. Thank you all so much. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, it should be coming up. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started shortly. You all make sure you hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay. All right. So today's topic, again, this is episode 52, brought to you by Andrea Speaks TV. And I want to talk about the fact that the New York City is bracing for a shortage of police officers, firefighters, garbage collectors, and other city workers. Okay. All right. So you all know I report factual information. And so the information that I am sharing with you comes from U.S. News. Okay, this information comes from U.S. News. And let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So let me go ahead and go to the next slide. All right, so as I am going through the article, you all can see that I have scratched out some of the words. And so you all know what's going on. I am going to, as I'm reading, I'm going to omit certain words, certain phrases, because I want to be here to keep giving you all news. And we know that with different things going on, some things, when certain people talk about certain things, things start to happen with the channel. So that is the reason why you see those marks there. But you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so again, y'all, this news comes from U.S. News. And the title of the article right here, you all can see, says that New York City, NYC, braces for fewer cops, more trash as the deadline looms. Okay. All right. Now, the caption says New York City is bracing for a worker shortage as its mandate, you all know what I'm talking about, looms, and tens of thousands of municipal employees remain without getting the thing. Okay. You all know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so let me get into it and give you all some facts. Now, the article says that that's the possibility New York City is bracing for come Monday, which is today, Monday, November 1st, as a mandate looms and thousands of municipal workers remain unwilling to get the thing. All right, you all know what I'm talking about when I say the thing, okay? Some of you all are watching now live. Thank you all so much for your support. Please comment, say hello. Let me know your thoughts on the topic that I am discussing. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay. All right. The article continues by saying, now I want you to listen to the category of people that the categories of workers that are listed here. Okay. So think about this, y'all. Okay. So we have this mandate that's in place, right? We have this mandate, and we know that by a certain deadline, they have to have the thing. Okay. But then there are some people that, say, hey, we don't want to get the thing. Okay. So here's what's going on. All right. This is happening in New York City. Police officers, firefighters, garbage collectors, and most other city workers. Okay. They faced a 5:00 p.m. Friday deadline this past Friday to show proof that they've gotten at least one dose of the thing. Okay. However, workers who don't comply, the article says, will be put on unpaid leave starting Monday. That's starting today. Okay. How do you all feel about that? Okay. Let me know your thoughts and your comments in the chat. Okay. Now, the article goes on to say that the mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, held firm on the mandate even as tempers flared on Friday, with 6 firefighters suspended. Listen to this, y'all. 6 firefighters suspended for taking a fire truck to a lawmaker's office and threatening his staff over the mandate. Okay, this is what's happening, y'all, in New York City. All right, again, the information that I'm sharing does come from U.S. News. Okay, I'm going to change to the next slide. All right, here's a picture. So you all heard me talk about firefighters. Now, the picture that you see on the screen. All right, I'm still here, y'all, but I'm just going to take my picture out of the screen so you all can see it. So in the caption, it says, firefighters rally outside Mayor Bill de Blasio's residence, Gracie Mansion, to protest mandates for city workers. This was taken on Thursday, October 28th, 2021 in New York. The city is bracing for a worker shortage as tens of thousands of municipal employees remain without getting the thing. Okay. All right. So let me continue sharing information. Okay. All right. Now, The incident was a dramatic escalation, the article says, after firefighters and other workers rallied Thursday outside de Blasio's official residence. Sanitation workers appeared to be skipping garbage pickups in protest, and the city's largest police union went to an appeals court seeking a halt to the requirement. Oh, y'all almost got caught up in saying it. Okay, let me repeat that sentence again. You okay? You okay? All right, let me repeat that sentence again. I thought I had scratched out all of the words before I started reading, but I had to catch myself. Okay, you all know what's going on. All right. So again, let me go back and read the paragraph. So the incident was a dramatic escalation after firefighters and other workers rallied Thursday outside de Blasio's official residence. Okay, they went to his house, y'all. They're saying sanitation workers appeared to be skipping garbage pickups in protest, and the city's largest police union went to an appeals court seeking a halt to the requirement. Okay, you all know exactly what requirement I'm talking about. Now, there is someone who is the president of the Police Benevolent Association, said the hard deadline, and I quote, sets the city up for a real crisis. Now think about this, y'all. So just right away, I see something, I feel like something is very wrong going on here. Now, so you mean to tell me, people who we have city officials, get you some water. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Okay. I'm going to make the picture larger. Give me just a minute, y'all. Let me see about my child, and I'll be right back. Okay, so y'all take a look at what's going on. Let me know, what are your thoughts? How does this picture make you feel? Okay. Please leave a comment. When you see the picture, okay, and you see the caption, how does it make you feel? Want some water? Yes. Here. Get your piece of chicken out of here. Here, some water. That's it. Excuse me. All right, thank you all. Okay, so as I was saying, right away I have some questions. So you mean to tell me that, and like I said, we all know what's going on with the mandate. So think about this, y'all. Think about this picture. We have the article mentioned police officers, firefighters. These are the people who I would consider frontline workers. They continue to work throughout the pandemic, they put their lives on the line. We could say that they put their lives on the line every day. They protected us. They saved lives during the pandemic. And now all of a sudden, because they're saying, hey, for whatever reason, I feel like, it's their personal choice. For whatever reason, they don't want to abide by the mandate. So, they're being forced out of their jobs. We can even look at it, as if their livelihood is being taken away. Do you think that's right? Do you think that's the right approach that the New York City officials, as well as our current administration, should they be taking this type of approach? Why I have the question, why isn't the rights, or why aren't the rights of these workers, the right to choose what they do and do not want to put in their bodies, why is that not being respected? Why is that not being respected? That's a question that I have. So again, I would like to know your thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. I would like to hear from you. But let me keep reading, y'all, because I want to continue sharing this information. Okay, so again, there is someone who is the president of the Police Benevolent Association. They had this to say. Okay, it said that the hard deadline, the mandate deadline, and I quote, sets the city up for a real crisis. Okay. And this person warned that longer response times will be, let me see. Okay, I'm sorry, I misquoted that. Okay. All right. So basically, they were saying that this deadline sets the city up for a real crisis, because you got to think about it. If, the people who are, making sacrifices, they're sacrificing their lives, these police officers, firefighters, other city workers, if they're not there to do their job, then who's going to stand in for them? What is that going to look like in the city of New York? So think about that. It seems like, again, creating a problem, creating a solution. But to me, this seems like by them saying, hey, we're anticipating a shortage of workers, all because of this mandate. It just seems like, to me now, this is just my opinion, it just seems like this is actually creating a bigger issue, even so much so a crisis, as someone shared in the article. Okay, but you all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, thank you all so much. For those of you all who are watching live, I appreciate you. Please make sure you leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I would like to hear from you on this topic. Again, if you're just joining us, I am here sharing information. This is episode 52. We're talking about the fact that New York City is bracing for a shortage of police officers, firefighters, and other city workers, all because they did not comply with what was mandated. Okay, you all know exactly what I'm talking about, what's going on. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on that as well. Okay, all right, let me go to the next slide. All right, let me take this away so you all can see it. All right, this is a quote on the screen. Okay, I'm sorry. It says the New York Times reports that the new mandate for the country's largest municipal workforce is one of the strictest in the nation. Okay, so that's something to think about as well. And it really makes me question, why is it really like that? Again, I would like to hear from you. I would like to know your thoughts. If I am not mistaken, hold on 1 second, y'all. I just want to make sure that I'm reporting the right information. So give me just a moment. You all, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to Andrea Speaks TV. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Let me check something before I make this statement. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was correct. So the person that you do see on the screen, this is the New York City Mayor, Bill de Blasio. And it says, the headline says, New York City Mayor announces mandatory, you know what, for all city workers. That again is in New York City. Okay, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I hope you and your families are doing well. Okay, again, if you're just joining us, I am here discussing the topic that New York City is bracing for a shortage of police officers, firefighters, and other city workers. Okay. All right. Now, Mayor de Blasio said this past Thursday that the city has contingencies. Listen to this, y'all. New York City has contingencies to maintain adequate staffing and public safety, okay, including mandatory overtime and extra shifts, tools that he said were typically used in, and I quote, times of a challenging crisis. So again, like I said, y'all, okay, so if they're anticipating a shortage of workers, all because these workers, for whatever reason, their personal choice, they're choosing to not comply with the mandates, they're anticipating a shortage of workers. It seems to me, now, again, this is just my opinion, it seems to me that a bigger issue is being created, because now if you're saying, hey, either you do this, either you do what we tell you to do, Sounds a lot like control to me. But it sounds like they're saying, hey, if you don't do what we want you to do, then you can't work. It seems like it's creating a bigger issue. And then, like the article mentioned, public safety. Now, a lot of people some people may say, oh, well, they should just do it and, everything will be fine. But again, it's my belief that people should have a choice to what they do and do not put in their bodies. And, it could also be said that, hey, if are they really taking the right approach by doing this? Because they're actually putting or could be putting public safety, in a situation where it could create a crisis. If there are just think about this, y'all. Think about what your own, I'm not, sure where you live. But think about in your area, think about where you live at, your city. What would that look like? Think about this for a minute. What would your city look like if there was a shortage of police officers? If there was a situation going on where you needed help, you needed assistance, and no one was available, or it took them a really long time to get there, whether it's police officers, firefighters, our first responders, even with trash. Okay. Could you imagine if in your area, trash was supposed to be collected once a week, but because, now all of a sudden, because of this thing, the garbage collectors, there's not enough garbage collectors on staff, and they can't come out every week like they normally would. What do you think that would look like? What kind of effect do you think that would have, not only in your neighborhood, but also in your city? So these are the things that I don't know if our officials thought about these things when they created the mandates, but these are all topics of concern. These are definitely things to be concerned about. But again, I would like to know your thoughts. So please make sure you leave a comment. How would you feel if something like that happened in your area? Okay, what would that look like? What kind of impact would that have on not only in your neighborhood, but as well as in your city? All right, you all let me know in the comments. All right, let me keep reading, y'all. So again, the mayor, he had some things to say. And I'm not, necessarily gonna cover all of what he said, but he called, what they did, the sanitation slowdowns, the mayor called them unacceptable. He said that the department will move to 12 hours and begin working Sunday shifts to ensure trash doesn't pile up. So again, I talked about this in episode 51. I brought up the worker shortage, and I asked the question, were there enough workers available working at these ports to help unload these shipping containers? And so I would even ask the question, with the city officials currently, do they even have enough manpower? Do they have enough physical labor to actually get this done? Okay. Let's see. Okay. The article does also say that mandates have gotten support in the court system as well. And it says, as on Friday, when a federal appeals panel upheld New York State's mandate for healthcare workers. So again, y'all, it's something just doesn't feel right. Something doesn't seem right when, our frontline workers, people who sacrificed their life, people who worked through the pandemic, helped save lives. Now all of a sudden they're being forced. Now all of a sudden they're being forced out of their jobs. And it's just something that just doesn't seem right about that. They're being forced out of their jobs, all because they won't take a certain thing. Okay. It's just something about that just doesn't feel right, sound right, look right. But you all let me know. This is just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. This is how they're being treated. People who, like I said, worked through the pandemic, saved lives, All of these things. This is what's happening. Okay. Let's see. The article goes on to talk about. It says the fire department said it was prepared to close up to 20% of its fire companies and have 20% fewer ambulances. Are y'all hearing what I'm reading? Let me say it again, y'all. Somebody didn't hear me. Okay. The fire department said it was prepared to close up to 20% of its fire companies and have 20% fewer ambulances in service while changing schedules, canceling vacations, and turning to outside EMS providers to make up for expected staffing shortages. Again, it seems like they're created by doing this mandate. It seems like they're creating a crisis because these people, and again, this is not just I've never been a police officer, I've never been a firefighter, but I would think that there would have to be a certain level of skill or training to work in those positions. And so, why would you want to just force out people who are trained and skilled to get to do the job that they have been doing? Again, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't sound right, it doesn't look right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the article continues. The article says a Staten Island judge on Wednesday refused a police union's request for a temporary block on the mandate, but she ordered city officials into her courtroom next month to explain why the requirement shouldn't be reversed. Okay, if the mandate is deemed illegal, workers put on leave will be given back pay. Okay, that was said by the city. All right. There was one firefighter who was among hundreds of firefighters protesting Thursday outside de Blasio's residence. He said he believes he has natural immunity. Okay, so he believes he has natural immunity after having the disease last year and doesn't need to get the thing. Okay, that is what he is saying. Okay, a stance that's contrary to the conscious, the article says, among public health experts. Okay. Another firefighter shared that another firefighter said the ability to choose was, and I quote, our God-given right, as she questioned the city's decision to move away from its previous policy, which allowed workers to stay on the job if they had a particular negative test. And you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. I think that's all I wanted to report from the article. Let me go to the next slide here. All right. So based on the information that I have presented and maybe what you already currently know, I would like for you to type in the chat. Okay. Type in the chat, type your response in the chat. I would like to hear from you. So some of you all are watching live now. I would love to have you participate in the discussion. And so I would like you to type your response in the chat. Let me hear from you. Okay, so my question is, do you feel that this is the right approach by New York City officials? Why or why not? And the approach that I'm specifically talking about is the fact that if the city workers do not get a certain thing by a certain deadline, then they cannot work. Do you feel this is the right approach by New York City officials? Why or why not? So I'm going to give you all, I put maybe about 3 minutes. I have my timer. I'll put the timer on 3 minutes, and I would like to know your thoughts in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to go off the screen now so that you all can type your responses, and we'll go from there. Okay. So I'll put my timer on 3 minutes. All right. All right. So anyone can respond in the comments. Maybe you want to go back. Maybe you just joined, and maybe you want to go back and watch the replay. You can certainly do that, and let me know your thoughts as well. Okay. All right. So this has been episode 52. I want to say thank you all so much for supporting the channel right here on Andrea Speaks TV. Again, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Andrea Speaks TV. There are several helpful links in the description of this video. Please make sure that you go and check them out and get the things that you need. So again, y'all, this has been episode 52 of Andrea Speaks TV. Thank you all so much for your support. I will be back live again on tomorrow to bring you all some more news. And so y'all stay tuned. I may be going live a little bit later. I'll have to see. There's several topics, a lot to discuss, y'all. So I want to get the news out to you all. And as always, I would like to hear your thoughts. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been episode 52. Episode 52 of Andrea Speaks TV. Again, I want to say thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate you all. Take care, and I'll see you again soon right here on Andrea Speaks TV. Thank you.